On Monday, Macy Gray stopped by the Piers Morgan Uncensored for a conversation surrounding the state of American racism before shifting to the topic of transgender identity. The two would talk about what it means to be a woman, and Gray said, and I will say this, and everybody's gonna hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman. Sorry, I know that for a fact. But if you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her and just because you got surgery. Immediately after Gray gave her opinion, social media was in an uproar and condemned her for making transphobic comments. Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, who made headlines in the past for similar statements, came to the defense of the singer after Gray would go back and forth with several users online. Today we have our company hype analysts, Capone and Pierre, calling to the show to give their opinion. But first, let's take a look at this clip.
And I will say this, and everybody's going to hate me, but as a woman, just because you go change your parts doesn't make you a woman.
Right.
Sorry. I know that for a fact. Like, if you want me to call you a her, I will, because that's what you want. But that doesn't make you a woman just because I call you a her and just because you got a surgery. And I don't think you should be called transphobic just because you don't agree with, I just, there's a lot of, judgment and throwing, stones at people for just saying what it is. You know what I mean?
So I want to go ahead and dive right into your reactions. Pierre, what was your reaction when you first saw that clip?
Well, I totally agree with Macy Gray from what I understood. I mean, a lot of stumbling and stammering and shit, to be honest with you. But I guess I know in between what she said. I totally agree with that. I have a friend, transgender friend, T.S. Madison. She's been on my podcast several times. And I call her sis. I call her. It doesn't bother me to call her that. But we had a discussion where she knows I said, at the end of the day, you are a man. That is what it is. What God gave you was a man, man body. Man insides, however you want to look at it. And she understands that. She respects that. So I have no problem with calling somebody what they want to call. If they want to be called a her, she or whatever, that's fine with me. It doesn't bother me at all. I agree with this. It's what God gave you is what you are. What you want to change is something else. And again, a label I can give you, but the inside of who you are is what God gave you. And I'm not going to change my opinion on that.
Capone, I'll come to you. What was your reaction, to this clip of Gray's comments?
I think that she's bold woman, knowing how they're trying to do anything to keep people from having their own opinion. She's right. You ain't a woman. I'm going to say it. Cancel culture, whoever culture, you're not a woman. I don't care how much body parts you buy. God created you as a man. You're a man. And if you want to be called transgender, I don't have nothing against that. But I don't, like I said, I always say this and I will repeat it again. I grew up in that time when there was man and woman. All of this new creation, I'm not used to yet.
Now, something that I think both of you are mirroring that she also stated was, it seems as if, she's being called transphobic because she, may not agree that, like you said, biologically, she's not a woman, but she does respect, the transgender community and whatever it is they want to be called. So I want to read, the definition of what transphobic is, because I think a lot of people feel like this word is just being smacked on people that may not all the way agree, but may respect the lives of the trans community. So this is what a transphobic definition is. It says having or showing a dislike of or prejudice against transsexual or transgender people. Now you have a lot of people coming to the defense of Macy Gray, with one user saying, y'all calling Macy Gray transphobic is crazy. She stated she doesn't mind calling someone a woman out of respect, but she has her opinion on what it means to be a woman. Just like trans people can have opinions. She wasn't being disrespectful at all. So I think that just brings me to a question, do you feel the trans community is given automatic immunity when it comes to critique or even opinion, where it's like, hey, we can't touch them or talk about them or anything about the trans community because of cancel culture? Pierre, I'll start with you with that question.
I don't know about ultimate immunity, but it's something that's new. And when something that's new, people aren't accustomed to how to respond to something like that. So with this transforming these operations and so forth, people changing like that to the operations, it's new to us. People who aren't used to, like Capone said, we grew up at a time when it wasn't, we weren't used to saying that or saying that. So yes, they're getting some backlash because it's new, and then they're going to yell, real quick, yo, you hate us, you hate us, you hate us. Not much we hate you, you're confused. We're just confused. We don't understand it. We're trying to get an understanding of something maybe you took a long time inside to get to understand, but it's new to us. So to see a man cut his thing off and put a vagina down there, I'm not used to that. I don't know how the feelings of that is. So if I say, hey, I don't understand it, I don't want to rock with that. I don't mean I hate you and I'm transphobic and so forth. It's just new to us. And in time, it'll dissipate. In time, people start understanding a little more, and it won't be as much, and they won't yell as soon as somebody says, I don't understand it. I may not agree with that. They won't yell, oh, you're transphobic. You hate me. You hate me. It's just new. That's all.
Come on, I'll bring that same question to you. Do you think the trans community, has this automatic immunity from critique or opinions, or maybe like, both of you have said, just not understanding the lifestyle?
Pierre put it very well. Every time that you don't agree with somebody doesn't mean that you hate them. Why does this special community always come down to hate? Yeah, I don't understand. I haven't did the research. I've never met one. I don't, it's just different things that take place. And no matter what, because I don't agree or because I don't understand, it comes across that I hate you. No, Fia said it very well. You ain't got to hate. I don't understand it. And there's some people who don't want to understand it. Live your life, do whatever you got to do. There are plenty of people who don't understand what it's like to be a black man every day. And when the cops pull you over, you don't know if you're going to survive that or not.
No, I absolutely agree. And I appreciate both of you, equally giving such a balanced response to these questions.